Welcome back. You're still tuned in to Salam Media. The time is 12 minutes after 8, and we'll be taking a deep dive into Turkey's recent legislative move that could strip citizenship from Turkish Israeli dual nationals accused of participating in the Israeli military's attacks in Gaza. This bold move, currently making its way through the Turkish parliament, was initiated by the Free Cause Party, which contends that Turkish nationals who engage in such conflicts should face consequences when returning home. And as I mentioned before, this is something that us here in South Africa have been calling for such a long time. And we're hoping that our government can also, push the same stance. And hopefully those that are part and parcel of this ongoing genocide in Palestine and hold dual citizenship are also held accountable. And we'll be joined in a bit to discuss this, I think, very, very important development by Dr. Halim Gençoğlu, a Turkish historian and political analyst from the Political Studies Department at Wits University. And he'll unpack some of the motivations behind this bill, the broader implications for Turkish-Israeli relations, and what could this mean for dual nationals going forward. And could this mean, or could this set precedent for countries like South Africa to also, I don't know, learn from the Turkish that this thing is possible. You can actually revoke citizenship and essentially punish those that are part and parcel of the ongoing genocide, but they still carry the same identification and citizenship of a country that holds a strong stance against the actions that have been perpetuated in that part of the world. Dr. Gençoğlu, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Salam Media. Really appreciate you giving us your time.
Thank you, Sarah, for your having me.
I think first and foremost, maybe if you can start by explaining and unpacking what drove this particular bill to gain traction in the Turkish parliament now, especially given the far-reaching implications that it might have.
Well, honestly, there is no really evidence about this. Apart from some allegations on Turkish parliament, because yes, there are some Jewish living in Turkey and they have dual citizenship, but first of all, we should look at it in historical context. Turkey has a great long history in the middle of West and East, and in long ago, in fact, almost 500 years ago, in 1492, Ottoman Empire helped Jewish people. They were running away, Sephardim Jew. They were running away from Spain, and Ottoman Empire helped them. Then they migrated to western side of Turkey, Izmir, Istanbul, Selanik, some cities. So they live in Turkey for more than 500 years. But they adopted Turkish culture. When Israel established in 1948, some of them accepted dual citizenship. Not all of them, because they are not really very friendly with Israel because of the Israel policy against, not just against Palestinians, basically they against everything and anything in the region. Unfortunately, Israel couldn't be really a state if we look at it from historical point of view. I don't really think they try to be a state. You know what I mean? What really state become a state? How do you call a country a state? State provide few things, important things, security, safety, humanitarian acts for not just for their people, but for their neighbors as well. Israel couldn't achieve this at all. from the beginning of the establishment of the Israel, because they have Zionist view that Zionism, unfortunately, against everything and anything. So when we come back to Turkish policy against this attitude, yes, there are some allegations about this. Is there a Jewish Turkish citizen, they fight in Israeli army against Palestine? First of all, we should look at what Turkish government say about this. Turkish government says there is no any evidence, there is no any citizen they found, because as we know, I mean, Turkish government, not just this government, I mean, Turkey completely against what is happening in Palestine or Gaza today. It is clearly genocide. We talk about this many times, not just in Selamet Media, but in many occasions. I wrote a book about this. Israel, there are many nations, they fight in Israeli army against Palestine. I don't want to call them now. I mean, I don't want to call their nationality, but we know that there are many. Israel, actually, they don't have a strong army. They just have lots of money and lots of gun. Their army is not really strong. So that's why they hire many soldiers from different nationalities. They don't mind. Whoever fights for them, they accept them. But we couldn't really find, first the Turkish government didn't accept this. They couldn't find anyone. But then they also say, if we find anyone has Turkish citizenship, fight in Israeli army, we will immediately decline their citizenship.
Dr. Gençoğlu, I want us to take a quick break, but when we come back, I want to discuss something that one of the political parties in Turkey, they're called the Free Cause Party. They've cited that, according to reports, there's up to 4,000 Turkish Israeli dual nationals that may have been involved in whatever way in the Israeli military's actions in Gaza. So I want to chat a bit about them and how accurate these figures may be, and what might be the actual number of affected, Turkish citizens be. Well, not maybe affected, but those that might be a part of that, or those that might be involved. But we'll touch on that a bit after this short break.
Sure.
With Salam Media. This is Salam Media, coming to you live from South Africa.
After the recent attacks on Gaza, many families have been displaced, with their homes left destroyed. Through your donations, our teams are on the ground in Gaza, providing support and delivering necessary aid to families affected. The people of Gaza need your help. Give hope. Donate today to Penny Appeal South Africa. www.pennyappeal.org.za 031 1100 573.
We are here on the ground with Penny Appeal organizations in Gaza.
You know, it's a wonder how kids get anything done these days. With all the distractions, when do they even get time to study? As a mother, all I can really do is make sure they have all they need to perform at their best. That's why I choose to include Sunfoil, triple refined pure sunflower oil with every meal I make. Naturally, cholesterol-free and approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation as part of a balanced eating plan. So whether I'm cooking, frying or baking, I know every dish will be a wholesome one. Sunfoil, now we're cooking.
Join Hamza on his exclusive South African tour as he shares his personal experiences, never before seen footage, and powerful insights on the ongoing genocide in Gaza.
This house I'm standing on is completely destroyed.
This war should stop.
These 5 houses was full of civilians.
We are here in the middle of a Zahra neighborhood.
People gathering here, trying to help people.
The whole neighborhood heard is already destroyed.
This is more than just a talk. It's an invitation to witness Gaza through the lens of Hamza Sha'alan. Don't miss this opportunity to meet the photojournalist who brought Gaza's pain and perseverance to the world in its darkest moments.
Hamza Sha'alan, Rafah border, Gaza.
Follow Salam Media on social media pages for more on this tour and be part of the conversation.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042-203-1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
Valley's Motor Spares. We supply motor spares and accessories for all makes and models of motor cars, LDVs, buckies, trucks, and earth-moving equipment. We deliver on time, every time. Please contact us via WhatsApp on 014-592-0925 or call 014-592-0925 or visit 28 Zenderling Street, Rustenburg. Remember the name, Valley's Motor Spares.
Connect and stay ahead with Salam Media. This is Salam Media, coming to you live from South Africa.
Welcome back. You're still tuned in to Salam Media with myself, Salailo Makwidere, and we're still discussing, I think, a very, very important development coming out of Turkey with Dr. Halim Gençoğlu. He's a Turkish historian and political analyst, and we're discussing the fact that Turkey is considering to strip citizenship from nationals aiding Israeli military. This would be, those that might have dual citizenship and are now aiding and are taking part in the ongoing genocide that is perpetuated against the people of Gaza and the people of Palestine. And we're seeing it even spreading south to Lebanon right now. Dr. Gençoğlu, thank you so much for staying with us. Before we went to that short break, I wanted to touch a bit on something I read, and this is from the Free Cause Party. It is cited that there are reports that there's almost up to 4,000 Turkish Israeli dual nationals who may have been or are involved in the Israeli military's actions in Gaza. How accurate do you think these figures are? And what might be the actual number of Turkish Israeli citizens that could be making part and parcel of the Israeli genocidal machine?
Well, the party you mentioned, actually, we call it Hüdapar. Unfortunately, opposition parties, I don't support any party, but this party, especially Hüdapar, it's quite, they have quite ridiculous statements most of time, and this is one of them. Because once time they say 4,000 dual citizen they are in Israel army, then they say 10,000. I actually, in a few days ago, I shared similar news, and I asked just, as historian, if there is such a thing, why don't you prove this? I mean, I can also say here now, anything, but if I don't have proof, what does it mean? It means nothing. So this, but I must also say this: if there is such a thing, we know that very clearly. Turkish government has no joke about this. They will not accept any. First of all, this is crime. A citizen cannot crime. Doesn't matter he has dual citizenship or not. I mean, I have South African citizenship. if I do crime in South Africa and come to Turkey, or if I do other way around, if I do crime in Turkey and come to South Africa, I am still criminal. It doesn't matter. I mean, I kill innocent people in Palestine or somewhere else. If you are criminal, law is going to find you. There is no joke about this. So of course Turkish government is investigating about this, but they officially declare that there is no any proof that dual citizens they are fighting in Israeli army. If there is, they will find them and they will of course punish them, because there is no such a there is no such a rule in any country, not just in Turkey. And we all know that Turkish government against Israel actions in Palestine.
Doc, just out of curiosity, I think you just literally just rubbished the report and the claim from the Free Cause Party that cited that up to 40,000 Turkish Israeli citizenship citizens are involved in the IDF. Why do you think they would perpetuate this kind of lie, according to you? To whose advantage, or to whose pleasure would perpetuating such a false report be for?
Let's be logical here. I mean, if Turkey is a Muslim country, okay, there are I mean, it's Islamic country, even it's ruled secularly, but doesn't matter. It's Muslim people live in Turkey. It will be, I think, most shameful action if you just stay here as a state government and you just watched, your dual citizens, they are fighting against innocent Muslims in Israeli government. I think that would be quite similar actually in like South Africa, because Madiba was, seriously pro-Palestinian, and he said that we are not going to enjoy our freedom till Palestine gets free. So you have such a leader in your history like Nelson Mandela, and you are doing something against Palestine. That would be, of course, shame. So it's same thing. Turkey is Muslim country. If you just find kind of allegation against opposition against the current government, that would be shame. But I say again, same thing. As a objective historian, I do not support any party, and I'm not gonna support in my life also. Then otherwise people will suspect about my scholarship. Whoever accepts such a things, it's really shameful. So that's why we know that Turkish government has no joke about this. But I can tell you this: maybe there are some dual citizens. They didn't go directly to Israel, but they ran away from somewhere. I'm just assuming this because I'm just also asking same question like you just asked me. I mean, is there any really possibility that they fight in Israel army against Palestine innocent people? I was in Egypt 2 weeks ago. I was helping Palestine migrated people in Egypt. I didn't also hear from them such ridiculous things. I mean, I asked them who helped you in Palestine. Then they told us Turkish people help us, Indonesian people help us, some African people help us. They tell us, and they send donation to them. So nobody told me there, there is such a thing. Do you know that? So, I mean, I'm also asking Palestinian brothers and sisters in Egypt, just in actually just the boundaries of Gaza side. So I also investigate this. I also search on this, but I couldn't find any evidence. So that's why I am saying I think the party Hüdapar is just fabricating story just against the current government in Turkey. That's all I know.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Gençoğlu, for clearing that up for us. Unfortunately, we have run out of time, and we're going to leave it here for now. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Pleasure. Thank you.
They have it there, Dr. Halim Gençoğlu. He's a historian and a Turkish political analyst, and just clearing the air for us on the amount of Turkish citizens who might be involved with the IDF, and also just how the Turkish government itself is looking to respond to those that might be aiding this genocide against the people of Gaza and against the people of Palestine. And it will be really interesting to see how South Africa responds. I think there have been calls from all walks of life in the country calling for those that are, holding dual citizenship, South African, Israeli citizenship, and aiding this genocide, because here in South Africa, they go serve in the IDF, some of them right after high school, and then they come back. They walk amongst us while we are a country that, prides itself as being head and shoulders above everyone else, calling for the rights of the people of Palestine. So there needs to be some kind of ramification for them. I think the Department of for Foreign Affairs and also the NPA and Department of Justice need to, act a bit quicker because these calls have been made for quite a long time, and the situation in Gaza has gotten worse and worse, and you have South Africans that are involved in that regard. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be speaking to Financial Executive Advisor from the Liberty Group, Yassine Badad, and we'll be speaking about the Finance Minister, Enoch Godongwana's bold early retirement plan and what it could mean for you in the future. More on that after this.
We are here in the middle of a Zahra neighborhood. The whole neighborhood is already destroyed. More than 17 towers are down. Here, as you can see, the firefighters trying their best to help. The people are still under the rubble. A lot of the people.
Join Hamza on his exclusive South African tour as he shares his personal experiences, never before seen footage, and powerful insights on the ongoing genocide in Gaza. This is more than just a talk. It's an invitation to witness Gaza through the lens of Hamza Sha'alan. Don't miss this opportunity to meet the photojournalist who brought Gaza's pain and perseverance to the world in its darkest moments. Follow Salam Media on social media pages for more on this tour and be part of the conversation.